allow those passengers behind you to make their way to their seat as well. If you're traveling with a larger rollerboard, please place it in the overhead bins, either wheels or handles first on either side of the aircraft. Keeping in mind that the overhead bin space is shared space, so if the bin directly above your seat is already full, please go ahead and utilize the next available space. If you brought in a second item with you, such as a briefcase, tote bag, laptop bag, backpack, you can go ahead and utilize that space under the seat in front of you. This way we can utilize that overhead bin space for your larger bags without having to check them plain sight to your final destination. Feel free to utilize your mobile phones, tablets, and e-readers while we're here at the gate. However, once we close our boarding door, you must please place these items into airplane mode or turn off your cellular service. We'd like to thank you all for choosing to fly Delta. Welcome on board.
Alright, let's get set up. Battery guard dropped. We're going to go ahead and start the APU. We're not going to be on the ground that long. We're going to Charlotte. We're only about 210 miles from Charlotte. It's not a long flight. I love this, the QNH. Instead of having to wonder what the QNH is, check this out. This is part of Nimbus, this Nimbus airport. I love this part. So we're going out, we're pushing the gate times 1950, and it's QNH is 3012. Right. Our route is, we're going to request it. Oh, crud. It's not going to find it the way I want it to. Okay, my fault. We're going to ask for it again. Activate. Okay. And let's see what our departure looks like. Departure should be 27, right? Yes. And we're going Jones and controller, or whatever that is. Jones. Excuse me, Phil. I said Jones. Phil. And that's it. And then for our arrival, we're going to be coming in on 36 right. ILS. Jones and controller. Jones. And count, what do you ever call it? Counter. You are dirty. This aircraft needs a washing, a washing. Okay, let's see. Load OFB. Busiest airports in the United States we're at right now. A lot happening here.
Okay. Ground to flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking off in just a few minutes. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure.
We're not that close to taking off.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Y'all damper, we can go ahead and bring it down now. You have to have power before you do that. And really don't need window heat right now, but it's alright. And get our hydraulics going. APU weight is on.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Right. Load our numbers. The reserves for this flight are 6.5. And our burn is going to be 4.1.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all calls.
Flaps are 5 on this flight. We are...
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
winds are from 345 and 17. Is 5.5. We are doing a cutback. Center of gravity is 27.8. And we'll bring in those numbers. There we go. Ryan, would you get our IFR clearance? Trim is 4.2.
I'm only rated to handle IFR related comms for now. You need to handle the VFR comms.
Brian, I need you to obtain our IFR clearance.
I'll get our IFR clearance from Atlanta Clearance.
Atlanta clearance, Delta 1097, we have uniform and would like to pick up our IFR clearance.
Clearance on request. Stand by. Delta 1097, Atlanta clearance. Cleared to Charlotte via the Field 3 departure. Then as filed. Climb and maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 27010 minutes after departure. Departure on 121.225, squawk 3734. Expect runway 27 right.
Ron, you're in charge of all comms and get our pushback and start.
I'll handle the comms and get our pushback and start clearance.
Anybody seen a Delta jet around here? Can't find one.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Atlanta ground, Delta 1097, requesting pushback and engine start. Delta 1097, pushback and engine start approved, tail south.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up. Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
It's a great time of the day to be flying out.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
We'll go for engine start on 2.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board your Delta flight. So in just a moment, we'll be showing you a brief presentation on the safety features of this aircraft. We kindly ask that you please direct your attention to the video monitors and flight attendants in the aisle, even if you are a frequent flyer. Thank you so much.
Insert fuel.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta for 100 years and counting.
Delta.
Delta.
Delta. Delta Airlines.
The health and safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority and the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So, before we depart, please pay attention to this important message. Stow all carry-on items in an overhead bin and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you.
Larger electronic devices must be placed in a bag. Handheld portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, should also be secured.
Keep the aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas clear. If you lose an electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and ask a crew member for help.
As we leave the gate, fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and adjusting the strap so it's low and tight across your lap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If your seat has a shoulder harness, attach the metal tip to the fitting on the belt. To release, push the metal tip down. Stay seated with your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on, and keep it fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden rough wear. In the event of rough wear, the crew might also need to buckle up for safety. We appreciate your understanding if our service is interrupted.
Disconnecting tow. Stand
Federal
by.
regulations require all passengers to comply with all crew members' instructions, along with the posted placards and lighted information signs throughout the cabin. Smoking, vaping, the use of e-cigarettes or any smokeless product, including chewing tobacco, is not allowed on any Delta flight. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying restroom smoke detectors.
There are 8 exits on this plane, 8 doors, 4 on each side. Each door has a detachable slide that can be used as a raft.
In the event of an evacuation, leave all bags behind. Carry-in baggage will slow the evacuation. All exits are clearly marked with the green exit symbol. Locate the nearest exit, and remember, they might be
Tow is
behind you.
disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand
lights
signal on the
will
left.
illuminate the
We'll see you
aisles
next
to
time
guide
and
you to an
have a safe
exit.
flight.
It's unlikely, but if cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will drop from the panels above your seat and inside the lavatories. Reach up and pull a mask or streamer down to start the flow of oxygen. Remove any face covering and place the mask over your nose and mouth. Slip the elastic strap over your head and adjust the mask if necessary. Breathe normally and note the oxygen is flowing, so don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Be sure to adjust your own mask before helping others.
I'll get our
Water
taxi clearance.
evacuation is also unlikely, but just in case. Life vests are in a compartment beneath or adjacent to your seat. To use, remove the vest from its container by pulling on the tab and then opening the pouch. Slip the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach it to the buckle in front, and adjust securely around your waist. As you leave the plane, inflate the vest by pulling down on the red tab at the bottom, or manually inflate it by blowing into the tube at shoulder level. A water-activated light is attached to each vest. For children under 35 pounds, place the vest around their waist and secure the strap between the legs. See your safety card for more information. Additional life vests for in-lab children are in marked compartments at the front and rear of the plane. We'll distribute these vests if necessary.
Before takeoff, bring your seat to its upright position and stow your tray table, footrest, and leg rest. Be sure you fasten your seatbelt low and tight across your lap. Carry-on items secured, and armrests are at resting position, or as otherwise indicated on the placard in front of you. If you have a suite door, ensure it's open. See placard instructions inside the suite door for opening instructions in case of emergency. Finally, take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket.
As we finish our safety check,
Please let us know if you have any questions.
Without a,
As we take off into the future,
cat.
sit back and relax. And from all of our crew, thank you for flying with Delta today and for the next 100 years.
Find a way to get in front of the screen. All right. Okay, so if you notice why I got out of the way of the Southwest flight, the AI is Traffic Global, and Traffic Global doesn't talk to the Say Intentions ATC, so there's not an AI coordination going on there. So it's one of those things where I love Traffic Global. Somebody use it, but I wish that they would have some sort of way to make that coordinated. They're not going to be working on it either because they've already gotten their AI insertion fixed on Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, and their next project's going to be, I'm hoping, Xplane, like working on Xplane. So I would love to see that. So we're using, Traffic Global's our traffic insertion, our ATC is everything. No, Traffic Global's that. ATC is Say Intention. And the airport we're flying out of is Nimbus custom scenery, and man, it pops really nice. Let's stop here. And let's
approaching runway
Ryan,
2,
would you do
7,
the
right.
takeoff briefing for us, please?
We'll be departing from runway 27 right. We'll fly the Fill 3 departure, initially climbing to 10,000 feet. Transition altitude is 18,000 feet. After takeoff, we'll follow the SID profile. Weather at departure shows clear skies with winds at 340 at 17, gusting 22. In the event of an engine failure below 400 feet, we'll continue straight ahead and follow ATC instructions. Above 400 feet, we'll follow the engine out SID procedure, climbing to 3,000 feet before turning back. For any abnormalities or emergencies before V1, we'll reject the takeoff and apply maximum braking. After V1, we'll continue the takeoff, handle the emergency, and communicate with ATC. We've been cleared as filed. Squawk code is 3734, and departure frequency will be 121.225. We're configured for takeoff with flaps 5. V1 is 142 knots, VR is 147 knots, and V2 is 152 knots. We'll climb out at V2 plus 10 knots. I think we're ready to go, Captain.
Would you please get our takeoff clearance, Ryan?
I'll get our takeoff clearance.
Atlanta Tower, Delta 1097, holding short of runway 27 right, ready to depart.
Delta 1097, Atlanta Tower, runway 27 right, winds 340 at 17, gusting 22. RNAV football, cleared for takeoff.
Right, flaps are at 5. Anti-skid is at RTO. chronometers have been reset.
Runway 27 right, RNAV football cleared for takeoff, Delta 1097.
We're going to line up here and N1. Forward pressure on yoke.
On runway 27 right remaining. 1,800 feet.
knots. D1, rotate. Positive rate.
You're up. Autopilot.
Delta 1097, contact departure on 121.225.
Turn left, heading 230, vectors to football, then on course.
Oh, we're already at route to football, and just get us off.
Climb and maintain 10,000, left heading 230, vectors to football, then on course. Delta 1097. Delta 1097, climb and maintain flight level 210. Climb and maintain flight level 210, Delta 1097.
Flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb to our cruising altitude, I'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you, and a welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off, please keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience any unexpected rough air. We ask that you electronic devices, and a listing of these devices can be found in Sky Magazine in the seat pocket in front of you. On today's flight in the economy cabin, you'll have our pleasure of offering complimentary Coca-Cola products, Starbucks coffee, water, juices, a variety of complimentary snacks, as well as a selection of our fresh eats items and all-day goodies. Beer, wine, and spirits are available complimentary for our first class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eats items, can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks. However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American Express card save 50% and earn double miles on all
Delta 1097, climb and maintain flight level 240.
For your enjoyment, each seat is equipped with your own personal entertainment system. On it, you can view a selection of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies,
Climb and maintain flight level 240, Delta 1097.
You'll find that the screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. feel free to use your own headsets. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
Seatbelt sign is on. Right, just while at the elevation in Charlotte is 748 feet.
Delta 97, contact Atlanta Center on 1.
Atlanta Center, Delta 1097. Good evening, 16000 for flight level 240.
Delta 97, Atlanta Center, good evening.
That's pretty. We are 189 miles from Charlotte. I've already got our landing altitude set and our information for 750, which it's actually 748, but that's as close as you'll get at 10 to 50. We're going to go in at an auto brake setting of 2, and at that time we'll have ground support on and full flat speed ratio, 139 knots. 2,000 to go. And then we'll be descending down to signal altitude 3,000. Let's get our descent forecast. And then QNH is 3,000. Okay, we know there are winds. I don't know why it would give me winds, so we're going to fix that up. Okay. So, since we're 270, we'll do winds for 250. Top of the descent is at 51 miles. Brian, would you please do a descent approach briefing for us?
We'll be arriving in Charlotte on runway 36 right using the ILS approach. We'll be flying the Jones 5 arrival. Transition level is 18,000 feet. After the star, we'll intercept the ILS to runway 36 right. Weather at arrival shows winds 360 at 7 knots, sky clear, no significant weather expected. In the event of a missed approach, we'll follow the published missed approach procedure. For any abnormalities, we'll communicate with ATC and execute a go-around or missed approach as needed. Squawk code remains 3734, and approach frequency will be 125.35. We'll configure for landing with flaps 30. Final approach speed will be 135 knots. Once on the ground, we'll be taxiing to gate Concourse A Phase 2, A32. I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
Right. We are too. Let's put some fixed rings on our map. is it? Run, please get our clearance to descend on the Jones 5 arrival.
Requesting descent on the Jones 5 arrival.
Atlanta Center, Delta 1097, requesting descent on the Jones 5 arrival.
Delta 1097, descend via Jones 5 to 7000 controller transition into Charlotte. Altimeter 3012.
Descend via Jones 5 to 7000, altimeter 3012, Delta 1097.
We've only been in the air for 20 minutes, and we will be on the ground maybe about another 20, 25 minutes because we don't have a big transition.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have begun our initial descent. At this time, we ask that you kindly begin to recheck the security of your seatbelt. And if you've removed any items from the overhead bins, please begin to refill them at this time. Please check around your seating area and the seat pocket in front of you for any cups, glasses, or other articles you wish to discard. Kindly hand these items to the flight attendants as they make their way through the aisle. Thank you so much. We should be landing in approximately 15 to 20 minutes.
1097, contact Charlotte approach on 125.35.
Charlotte approach, Delta 1097. Good evening, descending flight level 190 for 7,000.
Delta 1097, Charlotte approach, good evening. Expect the ILS runway 36 right approach into Charlotte.
Expecting the ILS runway 36 right approach into Charlotte, Delta 1097.
Sounds good. Good path right now. We're at right around 250 knots. We'll drop below 18,000. Just very nice, steady and smooth. It looks like a sea of planes out there, which is about how it is in Charlotte about this time of the day. I mean, I see 12 planes right out in front of me, like that are probably going to be lining up, either have departed and are on the climb out, or if you ever go into Charlotte, it's really neat to watch what it looks like. It looks like a sea of planes, like a highway, a freeway of planes coming in. There's just like endless planes. You can't see the last lights. You can't even see them about this time of the day. Right now it's about 8:25. It's bright and dusk, but you can't see anything on the lines. Just beads, just like strings of lights of planes. We're at 15,000. We have a simple approach, which will be coming in. We don't have a downwind. We don't have basically a base leg into a final. That's it. When I go under 13,000s, I'll go ahead and turn my landing lights on. Speed's not, it's kind of out of hand right now, so I'm gonna give it speed brakes are on.
10,000 feet.
My cat knows when I'm close to the bottom, as you can see. Yes, you do. Evidently you do. Everything so. Really?
Delta to 97, proceed direct SIG-2. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet, altimeter 3012, until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS runway 36 right approach.
Proceed direct SIG-2. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet, altimeter 3012, cleared for the ILS runway 36 right approach. Delta 1097.
I've already turned the frequency on for ILS, and we line it up here shortly. Flaps 15. clearance direct to SIG-2. We'll be at 3,000 and above, and frequency, ILS frequency is already active on capturing, and going on fine. We're about 14, 15 miles from the airport right now. We're at full flaps now, full configuration.
Charlotte Tower, Delta 1097. Good evening. Established on the ILS runway 36 right approach.
Delta 1097, Charlotte Tower. Roger. Delta 97, wind 360 and 7. Runway 36 right, cleared to land.
Runway 36 right, cleared to land. Delta 1097.
Final now, we're at about 145 knots at 1,700 feet.
Approaching runway 36, right.
1,000.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
My throttle.
Delta 97, welcome to Charlotte. Contact ground on 121.8.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the captain has parked the aircraft at the gate and turned off the seatbelt sign.
Charlotte ground, Delta 1097.
This will be your one
Good
and
evening,
only
clear to runway,
indication
ready
that
to
it's
taxi
safe
to
for
the
you to
gate.
get up and move about the cabin. Please be reminded to use caution when opening
Delta 1097, Charlotte ground, taxi to concourse of phase 2 gate of 32 via Charlie 10, yellow line, orange line, Romeo, Juliet, Bravo, blue line, good day.
While we taxi to the gate. However, your laptop computers and larger electronics must remain stowed. We invite you to visit delta.com for all your future travel needs.
Phase 2, gate 832, Charlie 10, yellow line, orange line, Romeo, Juliet, Bravo, blue line, Delta 1097.
If any of you should have questions regarding ground transportation, baggage claim, or any other information, a uniformed Delta agent leading this flight will be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. On behalf of the Delta Sky team, our global partners, and flight crew, we'd like to thank you all for flying with us. We enjoyed having you on board and look forward to the opportunity to serve you once again. Thank you so much. Flight attendants from resort for arrival, please project cell phone.
Just making sure they weren't accidentally sending me a cargo.
Approaching runway 23. Approaching runway 5.
By the way, this is Charlotte Douglas Hartsfield International. No, excuse me, Charlotte Douglas International. It is another Nimbus airport. So this is actually a Nimbus custom airport. very well done too, by the way. I'm saying that because I've flown out of this airport, bunches of times, and it looks just like this. This is it. They really captured it. Did a good job. Sure what was up with that. They were trying to give me a crappy parking space. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to get us a gate. Okay, all right. Park and brake. Always on the Zibo, this is what I always do. Ground service, GPU connect, set shocks. Start the GPU. Take the fuel down. Does the jetway work? Or does this work? It doesn't work there. How about the other way? No, that one doesn't work. It's all right. Okay. All right, let me close this out. I'm going to do a replay. Oh, in case you're wondering, this is inside of the terminal right here. Gates, there's your gates, your terminals. There's the gate for our gate right there. But see, we got an upstairs up there. It's nice.
200.
One more minute inside the cockpit.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Keep climbing, and thanks for joining. Thanks for we're in Charlotte. Lots of sights to see.